Okay, so 12 edges. Okay, now we're getting to some that are trickier. Did anybody get their triangular prism made? Could I use it really quick? Who has it? That is a pyramid. That's pyramid. There it is. There's actually if you go to the candy store, there's actually a chocolate that has this type of, yeah, there's a chocolate that has this packaging. So this is the triangular prism. Now, can I borrow this? This is pyramid. This is prism. What is the difference? Pyramid all comes up to one point. That's called an apex. We'll go over this in our lesson. But triangle pyramid has two congruent triangles that are parallel, right? Parallel congruent triangles, which are considered the bases. Now, what made this shape here were two triangles and three rectangles. And not all three rectangles are equal, correct? Correct. Okay, because you're going to have to realize whose lesson is this? Thank you, Grace. Okay. So triangle prism has what? Two triangles and how many rectangles? Three. You could also, if yours isn't cut out yet, you could actually see it laid flat and be able to see it, correct? Yes. Okay. How many corners does it have? Ooh, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, they would have 6 vertices. How many edges? Okay, cylinder. What makes a cylinder? 2 circles and 1 rectangle. And this one is a trick question. Are there any corners on a cylinder? No. So this would be 0. 0 vertices. Are there any edges on a cylinder? No. It's 0. Wait a minute. Am I on the right? How many? Oh, this should have said cylinder. There was an error there. Cross out triangular prism, put cylinder. 0 edges because it's curved. Edges are straight, right? So, see, can I borrow this? Do you agree this is like a cylinder? Yeah. Sort of. It has an added top to it, right? Yeah. There's nothing straight on here to call an edge. It's all curved and round. So there were no vertices, no edges. Trick question. Okay, triangle base pyramid. So that was this one, right? And it has a triangle for the base. So if it has a triangle for the base, what is this triangle prism made of? How many triangles do you have? What? 4 triangles. How many corners does it have? 1, yep, 4 vertices. How many edges does it have? 6 edges. Okay, square base pyramid. Now this is like in Egypt. All of those have a square base, correct? Okay, what are these shapes? 4 triangles and a square. How many vertices does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because the apex is a vertice. vertices. Okay, how many edges does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that what you had? Right. There's 4 on the bottom. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You are correct. 8. Okay. Is that it? That's it, right? Okay. This is what you'll hand in. Those are used to help you understand how they are formed. Okay. If you want to keep them in here, you can put them up here on my shelf because sometimes it's nice to look at them when you're doing your problems. Okay. So we are going to start our lesson for today. You are okay. See how that's what I'm starting with because this is too much. So at the end, right before the quiz, you're getting all the homework for that quiz, for what we did for that quiz. So you got first, that'll be your first assignment for the next quiz. This one is, these are the ones for this quiz. What am I doing? This is going to be surface area and volume, so we're only going to go through half of this today, and then we will do our volume. Okay? So, surface area. Surface area, the total area of surface of three-dimensional object. Think about the amount of paper you'll need to wrap the shape, like Christmas wrapping paper, or paint. Paint would be surface area. Anybody here ever paint walls in their home and had to calculate how much paint you needed? Uh-oh. Paint's expensive. You should calculate it out, save you some time. A prism. You have to know these words. If you don't know these words, it's going to be very difficult for you to choose the correct formula. Most students struggle with choosing the correct formula, so be careful. A prism is a solid object that has two identical ends and flat sides. They are also parallel. That's not on here. You may want to write that. They are parallel. Parallel. Underneath, next to prism, they are parallel. Okay, so here are some examples. A rectangular prism has two parallel rectangles, right? Now, with a rectangle, it's like a box of Kleenex. Usually I have a box of Kleenex out here. Oh, and they're gone. Where's my box of Kleenex? Oh, over here. So, when you are calculating surface area, you could call any of these the two parallel congruent sides on a rectangle, right? Because these two are equal and they're parallel. Are all six faces equal?
No.
No, you can see that right here. And I have these two, right? And then I have top and bottom. Okay, you visualize that? So if I'm trying to find surface area, I would find surface area of these two, and these two. Now you're getting why I had to do that. Because if you don't understand the shapes, you won't be able to do surface area. As Peter said, why are we cutting these out? Is this just for fun? Then I'm like, no, you are cutting these out for a very specific purpose. For you to understand the shapes. I've been teaching for a long time. Classes that I did not have them do this activity, or students who were absent when we did this activity, struggled with surface area the whole time. Students who actually did this and understood how the shapes are all made and put together, they understand it, right? Got it? Okay. Now triangle prism, and you and Rosie had a beautiful one that I could borrow again, maybe. That's here. It's on there. Okay. So here, triangle. Remember we talked about it. Two parallel congruent, and then you have the rectangles around. The parallel congruent are called your bases when we do volume. We good so far? Yes or no? Am I going too fast? Okay. Speed it up. I could go fast. Believe me, I can go fast if you need me to, because I know all this stuff back and forth. Okay, so here's your rectangular prism. You created this, so I'm just going to go through this. You created this one. Now this rectangular prism, so you have two rectangles here and here. They may or may not be squares. And then you have all of these. So just like the Kleenex box, you could have three different sizes of rectangles, right? To create the rectangular prism. Let's go ahead and find the surface area of this one. So everybody have their notes? Okay. I have six right, rectangles. Two of them are 5 by 6, right? Two are 10 by 5. And two are 6 by 10. Do you see that? Look careful. The top and bottom are your 5 by 6s. The sides are your 10 by 6s. The smaller sides are 5 by 6s. You see those? Okay, to calculate surface area, now I just multiply all that and add them all together at the end. What's 5 times 6? 30 times 2? 60. 50, right? Times 2? 100. 60 times 2, 120. Now you add it all together. So this would be 280. I don't have a unit. Now this is volume. No, this is surface area still. Sorry. Unit squared. Surface area is still squared units. When we get to volume, we change that to cubic. Let me fix that. So it's units squared. There you go. Because I don't have the unit, but if it said inches, then it'd be inches squared. If it said meters, meter squared. Okay, you do. Everybody at your tables, you try doing this. Compare, figure it all out, have fun. I'm going to drink my tea while you're figuring it all out because I have my math degree. Check with your neighbors at your tables. Make sure you all get the same answer. You do that now, but not during tests, please. Now it's going to be beautiful. Beautiful. Everybody gets the same answer at your tables? Yes. What'd you get? 1208 feet squared. Feet squared. Yep. So if you now I'm going to give you a little hint on these type. It's basically the when it's rectangular, you should have one of each set. And what I mean by that, I know I'm going to have a 22 by 10, and then I'm going to have a 22 by 12, and then I have to have a 12 by 10s. See how it's kind of like all the different combinations that you can get? That's how for those, that's how you do it. It gets a little trickier though if one of the sides are the same. Okay? And of course, if you did all that, you got 1,208 feet squared. Okay, now I'm going to look at a triangular prism. What's the area formula for a triangle? Yes. So this would be base times height divided by 2, right? And rectangle, how do you find the area of a rectangle? Base times height. And so if this is laid out flat like this, I would need this height. This would be the base. This would be the height of the triangles, correct? And then the rectangles could have, like, it's going to be whatever this side length is, so it can meet it up. So depending on so these could all actually have a little bit different dimensions. Okay, so over here, I have 3 rectangles. Everybody agree? What is the dimension of one of the rectangles? 25 by 12. That's the one it's sitting on right here, right? Okay. Then I have this one. That's a 20 by 25. Then I have this back one, which is a 20 by, it's a 20 by 20, I believe. It doesn't look like a square, but this is 20, right? Oh, no, no, no. I'm wrong. It's 20 by 25. Again, these two are equal. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Yeah, because this is 20. This is also 25 here. So these front and back were the same, but the base was a different rectangle. And then we have a triangle, correct? Did I put the triangle on there? Oh, here's the triangle. What's the base of the triangle? Base is 12. What's the height? 15. You see? There's big old. And so it is 12 times 15 divided by 2. So this would be 6 times 15 because this cancels, right? So what is that, 90? And then what's this one? What's 12 times 25? 300. What's 20 times 25? And then this one would be another 500. What do I do with all of these answers? I have to add them all together, right? 90 plus 300 plus 500 plus 500. So that'd be 1,390. And what am I going to put for the units? Feet squared. That's what? 6 times 15. Because I just took the 2 and divided it into the 12 to get the 6 to make it easier. You could have done 12 times 15 and then divide that by 2 also. Either way, you'd get 90. Okay, we good? Okay, you try. I'm going to do it on my little scratch sheet of paper that I have laying over here. Excuse. Oh, there were 2 triangles. You get a sucker. You know where they're at? Go ahead and grab one. Yeah, there are 2 triangles. This one and this one. Go back. Add another 90. Which should be what? 1480. Yeah, I should have had 2 here. And I had it here. Divide by 2. Yeah. Yeah, there were 2 triangles. So right here, what are the area of the triangles? You have 2 of them. What's your height and base? And what's the base? Okay, we have, are all the rectangles, are any of them, they're all different shapes for the rectangles, aren't they? Okay, you have this rectangle over here. What's this one? 7 by 6. I'm going to change colors because that sometimes helps people see it. And then I have this one over here. Oh, the one that's sitting on. 11 by 7. And then what's the other one? This is 11, or this is 9. 9, no. It, this is, yeah, it's 9 by 7. Because here's your parallel side here. 7. And then this is 9. Yep, 9 by 7. You get a different color here. We'll do orange because it's supposed to be orange and black. This is the up. It was supposed to be orange, not red again. This back one here. Oh, orange is hard to see with the red. This parallel side here was 7. This length was 9. Go ahead and do the math. Remember, area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. But you have 2 of them. So it ends up being just base times height. I pause. The reason why I do that is because on different tests, they require you to have it written differently. Does that make sense? So here, what is the radius of this cylinder? 11. Because radius is diameter divided by 2. Diameter is all the way across. So this is diameter. That's what they gave. Diameter is when it's going from end to end. So diameter is what? 22? What's the height? The height is the distance between the 2 circles. This is height. So height is 14. So this part right here would be your lateral area, which means the area around. This is your top and bottom circles. Process that for a second, please. Yes, this part is the top and bottom of this. That's the area of the circles, because area of a circle is pi r squared. This is the lateral area. Pi times diameter is your circumference of the circle. The height is going to be the length of that rectangle that's made. So it's a formula. I know a lot of students like formulas. So this is going to be 2 times pi. What was radius? 11. And I have to do what? Square it. A lot of students forget that. Don't be one of those. Plus pi times what? Times 22 times the height, which is 14. So 11 times 11 is 121. And what's 121 times 2? 242, right? Pi plus what's 22 times 14? 308 pi. I'll scoot that up for you. Sorry. Does that help you, Lucy? Okay. And now I'm going to add those together. What's 242 plus 308? 5. No, that can't be right. Oh, 550. That's right. Pi. And that would be centimeters squared. Now, this is the exact answer. If I want the approximate, you would use your calculator and multiply. Yeah, approximate's the decimal. Come on. So that would be 550 times pi. Those blue calculators have a pi all by itself, right? And that would be 127.9. 172. 1727.9 centimeters squared. See how I always give two answers? And I do that because some students had to take what's called the TAS test or the GED test. And when I taught those classes, it left it in this form. And I only taught it in this form, and then they got the problems wrong. Okay, you do this next one. Everybody do this next one. Mhm. And this one didn't give a unit, so I'm just going to unit squared. And if you did this one correctly, we got 54 pi unit squared 169.6 units squared. Okay, pyramids. Pyramids, pyramids. Pyramids have a base. And then you have triangles that meet up at an apex, correct? Okay, so it does give you a nice formula so you don't have to deconstruct, meaning trying to figure out all the different shapes. This one says surface area is equal to 1/2. L is your slant height. That's the height outside, the one that's slanting. A lot of times they call that L. Perimeter, you have to do an operation to get perimeter, correct? That would be adding all the outs, the bases sides together. Or if it's regular, side length times the number of sides. Area of the base. Okay, this is where it gets confusing. So please listen. Base is capital B. That means area of base. Does not mean one length. It means a calculation. You have to find the area of what it's sitting on. Got it? So let's try it. So here, this is a square base. Do you all agree with that? And we have a slant height, which is on the outside. A regular height would be drawn like a piece of string going from the apex to perpendicular to the center of the square, which that's what we'll use for volume, by the way. But for surface area, you use the slant height. So, mm-hmm. So P, what's L? Let's list all of them out. What's L? 12.6. And what's P? 8 times what? 4, because I have 4 sides. It's a square, which is equal to 32. Okay, I need capital B, which means area of the square. So many students would just say, oh, base is just 8. And then I'd be like, no. Capital B is 8 times 8, which is equal to what? 64. So now I have all my variables to substitute in. 1/2 times slant height times perimeter plus 64. On my handy dandy calculators, what's an easy number to put in a calculator instead of 1/2? 0.5. So when I do this, I'm going to do 0.5. Ooh, get this out of the way so you can actually see it. Times, or I could do like 12.6, 32 plus 64. I'm double check, make sure everything's in there correctly. Press enter. Did everybody get 265.6 meters squared? Yay. Yay. You do this one. Then I would start by listing what is my L, what is my P, what is my B. What'd you get for your answer, man? What was it? Yep, 34.8 centimeters squared. Once you get 34.8 centimeters squared, go. For this one, we learned how to find the area of a regular polygon. For all of these, the apothem will be given. Okay? So, what's my slant height? What's the perimeter? How many sides does this have? 6. And what's the side length? So that's 6 times 6. Plus the area of the base. Well, the area of the base is 1/2 apothem times perimeter. We already know perimeter, right? Because 6 times 6 is 36. What's the apothem? 5.2. So I use my handy dandy calculator, find the area of the base. 0.5 times 5.2 times 36 is 93.6. So now I have all the variables that go into the formula. Surface area equals 1/2 12 times 2 plus 93.6. I missed something. perimeter should have been right here. Sorry, I got distracted. 36 should be right there. Okay, right? So then you just put in the calculator, 0.5 parenthesis 12.2 and parenthesis 36. Enter is, oh, I forgot to add, and then add the 93.6 is 313.2. 313.2 miles. Geez, that's a lot of miles squared. I don't know what would be miles that big. Holy cow, that'd be huge. We're going to skip this one. I'm just going to show you how to do because these are just formulas. I'm going to show you surface area of cone so then I can get you your paper so we can get to our popcorn also. So slant height here, they used an S just to stay consistent. Please put an L right there. Right, I have it right here. They notice they used an S instead of L for slant height because I copied this off the internet. But most textbooks would have this as an L, to tell you the truth. I mean, I've taught for a long time. Most of the time they have these as L's. So, for a cone, and I'm just going to do one of these and then give you your worksheet to go off of, okay? So, what's R? 10. What's slant height? And that's all I needed, right? So it's pi times 10 squared plus pi times 10 times slant height, which is 22.4. So this would be 100 pi plus, what's 10? Yeah, I should have been able to do that in my head. Why did I? Okay, and then when I add those together, that'd be 324 pi meters squared. This is the exact answer. It said to round to the nearest tenth. So now I'm going to use my pi button, right? So 324 second pi is 1017.9. 1017.9 meters squared. And I'm going to just hand out your work for today, volumes for tomorrow. And we're going to do a little bit of volume with the popcorn today. So that's why I'm kind of rushing this a little bit, but not by much because you're just